All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Catfish Weekly. Along with Josh, I'm Chad, and that's it tonight.
Yeah, that's all we got tonight.
New
Hey,
year.
y'all, thank y'all for showing up. No, no, no,
That's
we're not
right.
going to do
We
that.
we learned. We brought just ourselves into the new year.
You know that.
Out with the old. Out with the old. In with the new.
Yeah, I mean, we needed that thing with the what was it the old man year, and then you got the New Year baby or whatever. Would have worked out
Yeah,
pretty
I
good.
like that.
So let's see, we got 16 folks already coming in here tonight. That's pretty quick for not even be broadcasting for a minute yet. Guys, bear with me this evening. Uh, my voice is going in and out, and it has been for about a week now. So if I sound like a frog, it's just an added bonus for tonight. So
I will not, in any shape, way, shape, or form, make fun of it either at all tonight.
ribbit. I mean, I'll make fun of it. It ain't a big
Come
deal.
on, why don't you ribbit through this chat?
Let me do that. I'll take a look and see who's in the chat. First one I see is Miss Chrissy Brown. Hello, Chrissy. See Joe Buck 66, Outdoors Indiana with Dave Scott. Says 4C in the house. We have Miss Heather Stokes. Hello, Heather. John Boy's Catfishing. There is channel member Mark from Catfish and Crappie. Been a member 56 months. Said Happy New Year, folks, from the cranky old anglers. Let's see. There's Bugman22. Hello, Buggy. There's Miss Cindy Stokes. Hello, Mama Stokes. Hope you're doing well. There is Miss Lisa Swain, Catfishing Lady. Let's see. Nebraska Wildcats. Schmieder of the Cedars. Ain't seen him in a while. There's Chris from Catchfish with us. Dave Garchar. There's Jeremy from Creole Catfishing. Hello, Jeremy. I need to message you after the show. There's my beautiful wife, Christina Dunnigan. Rowdy Royal. Greg Burgess. And I think that gets me down to the bottom. I could have sworn I saw Bureau Boys Outdoors in there, but
I don't know.
I thought I did. Maybe somebody said hi to him.
It's hard telling.
But if I didn't call you out, say something again in chat and I'll get you. There's the Benoit ladies. Hello, Gabby and Allison. I saw they were out catching the first fish of the year. I think a lot of folks did that. There's Average Joe Catfishing. Hey, what's up, buddy?
It was a cold weekend for it, but it was apparently a pretty good bite in most areas around here. So
Now we actually had there's Brian B. There's my buddy Brian B. Catfishing.
at least one of us claiming.
We had pretty decent weather over the weekend. I mean, it wasn't warm. We're supposed to warm up this week and end up being almost 70, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad weekend as far as weather goes, and there was next near to no wind at all on Sunday. So
that's what made it nice here. It was cold. It was 17 degrees. Well, 15 degrees when I left the house.
Oh, no kidding.
17 degrees when I got to the water, but it got up into the high 30s, but there was no wind. It was sunny. It actually got warm. I was down to a t-shirt.
Yeah, no, we were. It was 40, about 43 degrees here on Sunday.
Nice.
But,
well, we're warming up.
Weather. I got out. You know, I did for the first time in over a year. I got out on the Ohio River this weekend.
Nice.
I looked back. I realized that at the end of last year that between boat issues and everything else, I did not get out on the river at all. Either on my boat or somebody else's. Either way. Did not touch the Ohio River at all last year, and I don't remember if I even bank fished it.
Wow.
But we have already fixed that problem. I've already pulled fish from the Ohio River. I've been editing video all afternoon trying to get that thing up. I'll try to get that out in the next couple days if I can get it done.
Yeah, I've been putting out short after short. Well, yeah, I put out 3 so far from my one from yesterday. So
salute your shorts.
Salute my shorts. What?
That was a good show. Kids don't like it.
Yeah,
But
but
no, we got 39 folks in here watching, and if you read the description of tonight's show, I didn't pull my punches. I kind of said, honestly, I mean, we kind of thought it, and I'm sure that other folks have thought it too, whether they say anything or not. Most folks are too nice to say anything to us, but we fell short in 2025. We sucked. We kind of went through the motions, and we didn't. Catfish Weekly was the first catfishing talk show, and it
yep,
set the bar. And Chad and I have been fortunate enough to have been brought into this years later. And I cannot honestly look at you guys and say that we lived up to the Catfish Weekly standard last year. Last year sucked in general. 25 was not a good year, but we didn't give our viewers the Catfish Weekly that they deserve, and we did not give Catfish Weekly the degree of attention that it deserves. So we're going to try to fix that in 26. All you could do, you can't go back, can't fix it, can't fix last year. We can only handle stuff going forward. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about tonight is just, goals for 26 as far as getting, not just Catfish Weekly, but hell, I neglected my own channel last year. I
yeah.
started out good, was doing a video a week, and then we had that ice storm, and everything just kind of went to hell after that. So,
So, so I'm going to back you up just a little bit
okay.
now, and I appreciate. I see, River Rat says, "I think you guys are amazing, bro." Um, we're not saying like the whole year was a bust. There's definitely some good things that
Oh, yeah.
we've done. You look at Top Cat, I think that's absolutely phenomenal. I love it. But if you go back and you watch, what got me into the community was Doc Lang and Lyle, and what used to be Catfish Weekly, right? And just to your point, I got burnt out on my own channel.
Mhm.
I got burnt out with real life stuff. Josh, I know you, and I'm sure Lyle, all of us, we all have it. Unfortunately, it kind of lingered over, and the ideas don't always flow the
No.
best, right? Um, Trying to come up with something new this day and age is very very difficult at times. But sometimes rehashing is what we have to do, and we've kind of, I think, in my personal opinion, been lackluster on the
Right.
ideas and sticking to the topics when we're talking, and that's what we wanted to try to really kind of get Catfish Weekly back to what Catfish Weekly was about. Right? We are different people than you know a great Doc Lang.
Right.
You can't replace the knowledge of a guy like that, et cetera, et cetera. But thanks,
Thank you,
Lisa.
Lisa.
But but we also all learn from each other. There's a lot
Oh,
of
yeah. I
things
mean,
that
I was a fan of Catfish Weekly before I
yeah,
was ever a co-host of Catfish before I ever even thought about being a co-host of
me
Catfish
too.
Weekly.
Yeah,
But,
2019 was when I first started watching,
you
and
know,
I've now been started what 3 years.
we had some good we had some really good shows last year. Don't get me wrong. We had some good shows. And Top Cat, I think honestly, Top Cat carried us last year. So
Yeah,
all you folks that went out and went live and fished for 2 hours under the gun, skunk or not, you guys carried us last year. You probably kept us going. And
yeah.
so thank you for that. Honestly, I truly thank you for that. And but no, we a lot of weeks, not all the weeks, but a lot of the weeks, the show topic was hastily chosen, maybe even like an hour before the show, hastily chosen. And it reflected it. And we'd get a show where we'd just kind of sit and BS and not really get to the topic. And uh, oh, we both thought of it there. Such a bad
Yes.
year.
No.
Y'all booted
I'm just
loud. Yeah, we
telling
kicked
you.
him out. No, he's still at the North Pole. He hasn't made it home yet.
Yeah.
Life has a
Yeah.
way. Yeah, life happens. I mean, it just does. I mean, I kind of last year I let the personal life spill into the social media burnout. I mean, that's normally they're never. You wouldn't think the two would go together, but they do. That was the one I wanted to pull up. I love the shows when it's all completely about teaching everyone something simple to hard, etc. That is one of the things that I was talking. Chad and I were talking all day today,
Just don't
and
tell
that
my boss.
no, don't
I
tell his
was very
boss.
bu- I was very
He
busy.
was busy, and I kept trying to text him, and he told me quit. I'm working. Oh, but we were talking about it today, and I said if we can get to somewhat of a, I don't want to use the word schedule because I don't want it to
No.
be set in stone, but somewhat of a routine, a good routine. And one of the things that always it seemed to me when I was a fan of the show before I ever had ever even been on Catfish Weekly was the, is this thing following me? Nope.
I'm pretty sure your camera just followed you. I was kind of wondering
I got
myself.
to figure out how to do that. I got a new camera and I don't know how to make it.
Not doing it now.
Nope. But okay, that was cool. One of the things that set Catfish Weekly aside was it was an educational show. And a lot of the time it was educational show first. And there was an entertainment factor, but you always learned something. And that's what I want to get back to this year. I enjoy learning. I enjoy teaching. I enjoy teaching. I enjoy it, imparting knowledge. Because we all have stuff, whether you believe it or not, we all have stuff that we think is so simple, that comes so easy for us,
Hmm.
that somebody else is just sitting there wishing that somebody would show them.
Yeah. I mean, I teach something to Josh all the time. I know nobody will believe it, and Josh
I
probably
sent
won't
Chad
admit
a
it, but
I sent Chad a video yesterday while I was out on the river, and I showed him that I was dragging baits on the river
tear,
right there.
tear to
He
my
taught
eye.
me. He taught me into doing it. Now, when I didn't get any bites, and when I pulled the ball in, they were all tangled mess.
One of these days, I'll teach you how to do it right.
Yeah, show me how to do it right now. But you got me to do it. But but you know what? It was the first time on the river that I drug baits that they just didn't end up snagging after 2 feet and breaking everything off. I did not have a single snag. Now I didn't catch a fish doing that, but that was a little bit of a confidence booster.
But and that's what nice. Me and my buddy Bill, we fish a lot together, especially when it's colder, because Dee doesn't really care. She's a fair weather fisherman these days, and um, me and Bill have been talking, and as much as I've learned over the last 5 years, no, God, I've been boating longer than that. 7 years I've been boating now.
Nice.
About 6.5, 7 years. Right. I never boated before then, and I've learned a lot through um, the friends that I've made here, videos I've watched, watching things like Catfish Weekly, um, stuff like that. But I've got all this fancy equipment like my depth finders and stuff, and never taken the time to fully learn what I'm looking at. And that's what me and him are going out now and doing. Right, we're taking what we thought we knew, and we're actually out there. We're adjusting settings and doing different things, and still watching videos and
Oh
stuff,
yeah.
trying to learn that stuff. But I'm wanting to take my fishing level, what I planned on doing in 2025, where I kind of stopped I kind of got burnt out. And to be honest, I've barely fished most of the summer.
Oh
Just
yeah, I
got
worked
backed
on a
away from
boat all
everything.
summer. That was
Yeah,
a couple comments I want to bring up. Jeff
yeah,
Beal, absolutely. I mean, there's really no better way to say it. And a couple years ago on Short Tip Saturday, I did a I want to say it was 6 episode series, and I just called it Back to Basics.
yeah,
And I covered the simple stuff: how to rig up for catching bluegill with a bobber and a hook and a worm. How to put line on an old Zebco. Those videos are some of the most viewed videos on my channel because it gets the people that are new to fishing, and that's you know we want to encourage that. We want people that are going out and fishing. We want them to have a good time. We don't want them frustrated because if they get frustrated, they're just going to give up on it. They're never going to do it again.
yeah. We don't want people to retire like Brian B.
Yeah, Brian B got all
We want to,
mad and
yeah. And that's the only thing I want to get back to, who we are, not who the past,
um,
you know, host
I'm
and
not
everything.
Doc
I'm not
Chad's
Doc
not
Lane.
Doc Lane. Neither one of us is Lyle Stokes.
We're both way too tall for to be
We
Lyle
are
Stokes.
both way too tall to be Lyle Stokes.
So we're not saying we're going to change who we are or whatever, but we do want to get back to, not just
Not
last minute
bullshitting
BS
every week. Let's be
bullshit
real. I
and
mean,
blah
we're
blah.
we're we're real talking. We've got adults in here listening to us, so
Yeah,
let's be real about it. This is the other one I wanted to pull up. Nebraska Wildcats. Maybe a handful of us tournament promoters could go on at some time. Try getting new people. Absolutely, absolutely. Get in touch with me. We'll put my email in chat here and send me a message. I don't know if I have you on Facebook or not, but if I do, just send me a message there.
yeah. And that's the other thing is ideas that you guys have. If you guys we've talked about that. We used to bring it up a lot. I don't think we bring it up so much anymore. But if you have ideas or something that you guys want us to talk about, again, we're not all experts on everything, but maybe we can find somebody that can. All right.
There's somebody who just had an awesome trip.
I did see some pictures.
Oh my God. That was an awesome trip. I was loving seeing all those photos. And yeah, I could see that. Them asking you, what in the world are you doing down there? They don't do that. James Dockery's in here?
Yeah, send me a message on Facebook. That's fine.
Yeah, that works either way.
Just let me
But yeah,
know.
we will make that happen, Nebraska Wildcats.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But yeah, Josh and I we were messaging back and forth, and obviously we want to the the roots of what Catfish Weekly always was is what we definitely want to keep and make sure it's you know week in and week out top notch, right? But we also want to bring that encouragement and that education, and honestly, something that I've personally am trying to work on this year versus last year is the more positive mindset on stuff. I want anything that I'm a part of to be you know something that's worth looking up to. If anybody is friends with me on Facebook, you'll notice some of the silly ass posts that I make and the creations that I'm doing. That's what it is. More
Oh yeah.
just trying to change that negativity that you see every time you're on social media. I want to see that positive, even if it's just you laughing at me. I don't care. I just posted one of myself in we'll just say it was some kind of pink outfit. That's all I can say. It was inspired by Mr. Scott.
Let me get this pulled up here. I'm trying to get the. We got to draw for Top Cat tonight too. I gotta get the.
Christina, you can message me anytime, dear, and I will take every consideration of what you have to say. Act like they're not from you and watch how fast they go up. I understand, my dear.
Yep, there we go.
Nebraska, I really do. I'm hoping that
Oh
2026
yeah.
is finally the year that is a blessing for everybody because it has been a rough 4 or 5 years. So
Let's see here.
I'm gonna try, Buggy. I can't promise anything. The world has definitely turned us all into a very negative and remorseful type of people, and you got to keep fighting against it because it is
Oh,
everywhere.
it's easy to get drawn into that funk.
Yeah,
It's
and
easy to get drawn into the drama.
I told somebody off at work today about it. I'm like, I'm tired of it.
Yeah, we get enough of that. You turn
That's
TV on,
right.
turn the news. Do you want drama? Turn the news on.
That's right.
But I don't want no part of it.
Mm,
Dealt with enough BS for several years now. So
yeah.
let's
All
see.
right. What are you pulling up, man? What are you
I
working on?
am getting the wheel of names set up so we could draw Top Cat here in just a
Oh,
minute.
that's the day, ain't it?
That's
See,
today,
I
yeah.
forgot.
So give me just a moment here. I'm gonna get these put in.
Well, okay. Well, while we're talking about that, we've got a good base of what we want to do here and stuff. But personal, Josh, while you're working on figuring out how to open up a web link, because I'm before you know it, I'm not going to be allowed to let Josh share at his age. But I know, I'm like a couple months older than you, and no,
Yeah,
you're older. No, you're older than me.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
That's
Just
right.
just a little bit.
That's right. So, what are your goals? Seriously, like your goals for 2026 fishing wise? Like, what are you hoping to get out of it 2026? You've already accomplished more than you did last year. You went fishing on the Ohio River. So,
Yeah, that is. That was one of the things was going and
how do I time this guy out?
who we want to time out. J Dog. What's up, J Puppy? No, I want to. I've been wanting to get out more, spend more time on the water. Uh, I've got some stuff going on behind the scenes that we'll talk about in a later show. I'm trying to get all that worked up. It's going to be an awesome show. We get that done, but no, be out on the water more. I want to shoot some more long form videos. I have not done until I shot this fishing video yesterday. I have recorded video on the water, and it's been such a conglomerate that it wasn't you couldn't make a video out of it. You couldn't make a long form video out of it. I probably should go through and get the takedowns and just make takedown shorts out of them and be done with them. But start being a little bit more regular on long form fishing videos and go back to my roots on stuff. I enjoyed going out and sitting on the anchor. I enjoyed going out and getting suspend drifting for cats on the river. Bumping, all that kind of good stuff that I didn't get to do when the boat was messed up. I want to be out there doing that.
Yeah, I'm hoping to actually get out there. I've bumped one time in my life, but I want to. I've never caught
Yeah.
anything. I want to get out there this year and practice bumping and catch some fish doing it.
And
That's on my list.
I'm looking forward to the thing in Owensboro in May.
I want to fish that,
I
but
would love to fish that. I don't have the money to fish that. If somebody
I
wants
don't
to
have the money.
sponsor me and Chad, we would welcome it. But
That I honestly, when I saw that, and I was like, "Oh, that would be so cool." I was all gung ho, and unfortunately, my 2025, and
yeah,
vice versa. But I
yeah,
just
no.
can't, I just can't right now with that. So
Hey, Clint.
maybe down the road one day things will be better, and I'll be able to. But
Yeah, yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I think that's going to be neat. We're not going to get to take and fish that unless something just drastically changes.
yeah,
But that's close to home. That's about two
I know
hours.
Creole.
That's about 2 hours from home, and it's going to be neat to get down there and see everybody. And there's so many new faces in the community that that I haven't had the opportunity to meet some of these people yet.
Yeah.
Kind of looking forward to it. Basically, hey, if we all pitch in and give them $5 to $10 each, they can fish. The original plan when they first started talking about that tournament was I wanted to enter and have Chad enter and have Lyle enter, and we all enter separately. That way, it didn't matter who won that tournament. It mattered which one of the three of us ended up on top on the leaderboard.
Yeah, it really mattered which one of you two came in second, but
however, you got to say whatever you got to do to sleep at night. But up him tie.
Really?
Oh. Now, you know what? I don't know. I guess this is fishing related. It's not, but it is. We were talking during the New Year's Eve live the other night, and we're looking at, the tournament thing has gone up and down, and it's been topsy turvy. And it's my understanding, and I could be wrong, but it's my understanding that the live league is taking a year off. Am I correct in that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought that was my understanding, was they were taking a year off. I want to bring back not Top Cat. We have Top Cat every month. I want to bring back pool party. And get those Ohio River anglers back out, because that was always fun, and that was always one of my tournaments that I actually enjoyed because I got to go out and fish it.
Yes.
And I'm going to bring back Tacticat. I haven't done Tacticat in about 3 years, 3 or 4 years.
No, that tournament is bull. You know what?
That tournament. You remember the Iron Sheik growing up, WWF, and he would always put people in the camel clutch, and he said he would humble them. Tacticat is the Iron Sheik of online tournaments. Tacticat will humble. Tacticat will humble you.
I'll give you that, but God, that thing's annoying.
There's Christina saying road trip there somewhere, low road trip. Catfish Weekly goes to Louisiana. Chad learns to fish. Josh gets good Cajun food. I'm okay with that. Christina gets to travel somewhere. We've been to Louisiana. That's not new.
But have you been to Louisiana to fish?
I fished while we were there. No, I fished in Mississippi, but I had the gear.
Somewhere new. But and we were messaging, talking about some of the league stuff earlier today, and that kind of became my problem. I got burnt out on that as well.
Mm-hmm. That's that's a huge obligation.
It very much is,
because you were giving up a lot of your weekends.
Yeah, even though we took it down to 10 tournaments this year, it was still a lot of time when you think the prep and getting everything together, having to listen, and
that is 10. I mean, what's the average tournament? 6 hours.
Yeah, we were running 6 hours, so you're talking at least
that's 10 tournaments. That is 60 hours of listening to Jerry Parker.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say.
I mean, that is.
But when we first started the tournament,
I'm in for that. We'll just have to make that happen. Creole already said if he comes to pick us up, if we book a trip with him, and he comes to pick us up down Louisiana, he brings boudin, and that's all it took for me. So.
But that's the other thing is, we need the tournament scene on the online. Honestly, my personal feeling, stuff like the league and stuff, that could have been so big for this sport. But again, it becomes. I'm going to say it becomes a burden with the negativity on some of this stuff. So. The stuff when you have the original, and it started right out the gate. We had the first couples tournament went good.
Mm-hmm.
The very first Winter Blues, somebody got frostbite, and I had to hear about it, and I lost. Blah blah blah. and it got really strong for a minute, and it seemed like it was going to be really really good with people, and then the competitiveness that is in human nature overtakes people, and it
Yeah.
turns it somewhat into a negative when it's trying to be a positive for the sport, right? So
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to please everybody, and that's life. But
yeah,
yeah, it kind of, we got burned out on it,
yeah.
and I haven't done one for years. But I don't know. There's something different about 26. I don't know why, but there's something different about 26. I'm actually a little bit more enthusiastic,
As right now, so am I.
and
Again, there's a reason why I've been more present in putting stuff out on YouTube and Facebook, and I'm trying to get that spirit back, right? Just like Live got
something to
the
make it.
Christmas
I
spirit.
mean, I don't know about anybody else, but I would go ahead and go out on a limb and say none of us started making YouTube content because we, you know, wanted a second job, because we wanted something else felt like work. We all did it because we enjoyed it. We enjoyed what we were making content on, and somehow we kind of lost that. So
Yes. So 2026, let's make catfishing great again.
yep, there we go. J Dog, I love fishing tournaments if it's a friendly tournament, not a I'm better than you. Yeah.
But see, that's why I cannot fish any tournaments with J Dog in it because I'm always better than him and he hates it. That's why he's so mean to me all the
Yeah,
time.
so we'll get
Bill.
I'll probably take and get the yeah, that right there. Things have been stale for way too long. I believe some folks finally have the fire again.
I'm getting it.
Although I think it all hit us at the same time, and man, I'm telling you, if everybody who is seems excited going into this year actually runs with it, man, some big things are going to happen.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. As rough as the year was, to go out right after Christmas and put my buddy Bill on his personal best blue cat, that got me riled up for
Oh yeah.
2026. Like, yeah, that really kind of set the tone for let's make 2026 freaking the year. Let's
Well,
go.
that's it. It's like yesterday. It took me a lot to finally get out and get down there. I was getting all my camera gear together, trying to find where I'd misplaced everything. Took me a lot. The hardest part of going fishing yesterday was leaving driveway. And once I got down there, I realized I'd forgotten some stuff. Who cares? Doesn't matter. It just went with it. And there was something about firing that outboard up and getting up on plane out on the river after a year drought. Parker, that's what we need to talk about. But there was something nice about it, and got out there, got the cameras rolling, and man, editing just came back like it was nothing. I've been sitting there editing three. I got three camera angles on yesterday's video, and so I've been bumping between all three camera angles. Parker says, "Yep, for some steam plant drum, absolutely." And I promise you, 100%, they are in there right now. I can assure you that they're in there right now. Nebraska
And that, I
Wildcats.
was gonna say that's when I was getting ready to
Good
bring it up
question.
because
What's everyone's favorites and easiest cameras to use for making video?
this is number one. I need some more though because
Well,
I need angles on my boat. My problem.
oh yeah, I'm invested pretty heavily in the GoPro camp as far as cameras, and they're easy to set up. I don't edit using the GoPro software. Never have. Probably never will. But GoPro, I was reading the other day, they no longer have the they no longer have the lead in the market of action cameras. DJI has actually overtaken them.
Hmm. DJI.
DJI I think they call it the Osmo.
Yeah, because you
Yep.
got
Yep.
Circle Hook and Creole both talking about the
And Creo says he uses it.
DJI.
DJI makes some wonderful products, and I'm still running some old Hero 5s. And kind of like I'm retiring some of my catfish reels this year, I just ordered 2 more PC Fun Alioses.
Oh my lord, I might need a loan for this too.
Um, I'm probably going to replace some cameras this year, and more than likely, I will look into the DJIs. Danny Stone says he's actually the opposite. I still plan on doing YouTube, but I'm going to do more trips with friends and concentrate on fishing and quality time by leaving the camera in the truck every now and then. That's not a bad thing.
It's not, and I'll tell you, when I first started kind of getting out there a little bit more, and I even had some people message and like and they knew I was fishing. Why ain't you going live? Or
Yeah.
set up a stream and let us set backstage. And I'm like, that's not what I need right now.
No, there's times that I just need to be on the water,
Yeah, I was
and
out there a lot.
I don't need this. I
We
need to
may
be away. There's times that I literally
yeah.
need to be away from this.
Don't get me wrong. We pull out and take the camera and take a picture of
Oh
the
yeah,
fish
take
or
a
something like that. That's
picture,
about it.
and don't get me wrong. If I catch a real nice fish, I'm gonna be sitting there wishing I had a camera rolling.
Yeah.
But sometimes just to decompress. Captain Terry Rogers said he's still using a GoPro 10. That's newer than the ones I'm running. I'm still running a Hero 9 is my newest one. I think they're on a 13, but Clint's right. GoPro got complacent. They were at the top of the dog pile, and they.
Are there any out there though that you can just set it, turn it on, and fish for 6 to 8 hours and not have to worry about that?
You're probably going to have
That's why I don't like That's why I don't like GoPros.
GoPros. You got to run that looping. Otherwise, I mean, now Mikey Greenwell will contradict me on that. Mike Greenwell gets on the water, he presses record, and his GoPro is recording the entire time he's on the water. Now, I don't do that. I run those loops, and it runs 20 minutes at a time. And if nothing happens that I want to save in that 20 minutes, it goes back and starts writing over that.
See, I would be forgetful on that.
But you have to be on it enough to something happens, give it 15, 20 seconds. That way you've got a good edit mark. Go over, shut the camera off, start it recording again. And, that might not be an actual bad idea for a show. Get some people on, talk about cameras.
Yeah. Well, we've done something similar before, but not.
Christina did a thing on cameras.
The photography one.
Fish photography. She did a thing on that. It's been a year or so ago. She put on a really good educational show. I may have to, if I make her a deal one night that she could do Catfish Weekly and I take care of the 2 hellions, I bet she'll take me up on it.
Think so, huh?
I just about guarantee she'd take me up on it. Terry Rogers says he uses 20-minute looping. Terry and I have shot video together. I was on Terry's boat a couple hours after I busted my face open. Face all stitched up. Was out there on his boat. He'll remember that. I guarantee he'll never forget that. J-Dog says Telly Lee found out Mike's GoPro is always on. That's a Pablo Fishing Game. Hey, buddy. Good to see you again.
That was so funny.
And that is a deal. Let's see. Benoit Fishing Outdoors, we turn our GoPro on and off and use the phones. There we go.
Yeah, pretty much right now, all I've still been using is my phone.
Yeah,
I'm not
I am going
recording for
to,
long form content at all. I just set it up like a tiki taki mode
yep,
and just for shorts. That's all I do.
I, I I'm going to get me some. I'm gonna retire some cameras this year. They're still good, but I'm just gonna retire them. There's better stuff out there. One of the things that I really want this year is a 360 camera, and
Yeah, I've looked at those.
I'm starting to research them because it's all three of the big brands. You've got Insta 360, DJI, and GoPro. All three have pros and cons, so it's going to make deciding on one a little bit more difficult. I'll do research on it. And the good thing is, I'm married to a photographer. I can show her stuff, and she understands a lot of the terminology that I don't. So I have her look at some of it as well. But at some point this year, I imagine I'll get a 360 camera. Terry says he will never forget that one. And yeah, and J Dog was in there talking. He said, I promise you will get my wife a new PB this year. I have not had a PB since December 21st of 2020. It's time for a new one.
I don't think so.
Let's see, Lance. I'm putting more shorts out right now with new stuff getting into. Everybody's doing new things, and that's a good thing.
Hmm.
And let me tell you something, folks. And this is, if you take anything away from tonight's show, right here, write it down. Whatever you got to do, replay it if you need to. If you don't get it the first time, replay it till it sinks in. We're not competitors. We are not competition. If you make catfish content and I make it and he makes it and she makes it and the 10 people in the back row all make it, and YouTube gets an influx of catfish content, that algorithm is smart, but it's not. And that algorithm is going to say, whoa, people are into catfishing right now. And it's going to throw it out there because at the end of the day, YouTube wants to get paid.
Yep,
They're
that's all
going
they
to
care about.
throw that content out. So if you think we're competition, think again. Repeat that part. Go back a minute. Repeat that till you get it beat in your head. We can really make a lot of stuff happen. I'll spend more time with River Me. We'll get you new people. I will take that, but at the same time, man, there's a point of pride about going out and finding it on your own. But I do enjoy fishing with Jerry Parker. Jerry Parker's a blast to fish with. I also want to get Danny Stone up here and take him out on the river on the boat. And I think because he was looking over my Bayliner center console when we were at Baldwin a couple weeks ago. I don't think I'll have too much a fight out of Danny getting him on that boat. Lance means he's putting Danny. That's awful.
Horrible.
Let's see.
Oh,
I've actually impressed myself. My voice is holding out for the show. I may have just jinxed myself right there, but it's finding what keeps people staying and coming back is a trick. Yeah, that's the truth there, Northern View. I mean, my meat and potato videos are my how-tos because
are we going to see more of the short tip Saturdays come back or what?
Yep. We're going to start bringing those back. And here's one thing that I was talking to a buddy of mine on the phone today about. I started that series a little over a year ago, building that IBC tote bait tank. Now, you know that bait tank is functioning, and anybody that watched our bait tank show on Catfish Weekly knows that bait tank is fully functional. But I never got that video series finished. And then it reached that point where, man, it's been a long time since I did, say, part 3 of the video. How do I dump part 4 out now? And I was talking to a friend of mine today. He said one of the guys that he watches that does car projects took and had the same thing happen to him. He was in the middle of a car project and then put out a bunch of other videos about other stuff. And then, how do you get back to it? About a year later, he got back to it. And he's just like, hey, look, life happened. We got away from this. I don't know how, but he did a short video on, hey, here's where we were, here's where we left off, and then rolled into the new one. So I need to finish the bait tank video. That'll make some good short tip Saturdays. I have a lot of dead Cat Max reels. Chad and I have been talking about this. I have had, I don't know how many of them die here recently. If I'm going to do a live stream, I may set up the live stream, tear down, troubleshoot, and repair a reel or clean a reel or something like that. I do better live streams if I'm teaching something. So, may start doing a little bit more of those, especially, right now we're having a mild winter and I hope it continues and I hope we get this all the way through and we get an early spring. I'm realistic enough to know that that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I think we're not too far out from.
I mean, they're talking severe weather here on Friday, so.
Yeah, I was just looking at our weather. By the time I'm able to get back out, we're going to have rain Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and 20-mile-an-hour winds on Saturday, and then turn back cold on Sunday when, part of life.
Yep. So that may be, I have to keep an eye on, see where all that's at. But let me get here to.
Oh yeah, we got to draw, huh?
Wheel of names. Yep. We've got 3 folks on there right now. If anybody else wants to be put on there, we could do that. I'm going to spin this wheel at 7:50 p.m. Right now it's 7:48.
It's 8:49 here, but
yeah, okay.
Does anybody else want to be added? We've got, I can't see here, Stephen Woolley.
Yep, Stephen Woolley, Jason Fuquay, and Jeffrey Roan. I think all 3 of those are friends with.
They're right there on the side.
With Hunter Blackburn.
J-Dog, do you want to be added again for the?
I like that idea, Terry. I like that idea a lot. We need to do that.
What was it? So I started reading it, and we
need
to have a Catfish Weekly and get together some weekend and just fish.
J-Dog, you want on? We would take care of that.
2 Mondays from now, my friend.
J-Dog. There we go. Oh, really? I didn't show it. Try it, J-Dog. So we'll spin that here. Well, actually, it's 7:50 now.
Creole says add me.
Oh, Creole. All right. Are we adding Andrew too, Jeremy?
If Andrew wants in, he can get in here and watch the show.
I don't want Andrew coming after me. So.
I ain't scared of Andrew. He's in 3 states away. He's at least 15 hours. I ain't scared. He ain't going to drive up here.
You know what? There's something to be said for, last year, Top Cat, we didn't have a January or February competitor.
Yeah.
And this year we've got multiple folks signed up.
Well, this is a good time of year, even if it was bad up here. Somebody
down there said, Lance says Louisiana winter's always mild.
Yeah.
So going once, twice. Okay, cool. We got the no, sir. I'm going to hit the spin. This is first one is going to be our January competitor. And then we will spin 2 more times for our 2 alternates in that order.
He said J-Dog said if he wins, he might challenge Creole that night.
Looks like Stephen Woolley.
I could have told you that was going to win because it was the only blue one.
So Stephen Woolley is our January competitor. I'll get in touch with him on Facebook, or if anybody knows him, have him send me a message.
I don't know that name.
And let's see who alternate number uno is. Jeffrey Roan.
Don't know him either.
Nope, it's new names. I like that though. We meet new people. We got to meet Hunter Blackburn in the very first episode of season 2, and then he came to the Baldwin Bash. I got to meet him in person.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
I hated that we can't make that.
And our alternate number 2 is Jason Fuqua. It's our 3 from from Facebook.
The wheel hates me. The wheel treating J-Dog and Creole like they're Mike Greenwell.
Let's just try something here real quick. This doesn't count for anything, but we're going to see who it picks. Okay, so Creole is still ahead of Mike Greenwell on the wheel. Oh, wow.
Wow, it really hates J-Dog.
It really does not like J-Dog. But I'll get in touch with our competitor and our 2 alternates. We'll let them know on Facebook. Yeah, Creole says, "Oh, come on." So who's got what in chat? Who's got what coming up? I'm thinking if we have another thing we could do is if you've got tournaments or events or meet and greets or whatever coming up, if you start sending those in to us, we could read those off at the end of Catfish Weekly if there's something that other people might want to get involved in or whatever, because I know there's times when you're trying to do some of the online tournaments and get people signed up. I know there's times it's difficult to get that out in front of people. So if we can help people build their channels up a little bit.
What the heck? No, you just made me think, and I'm looking up. I'm not going to be able to fish it this year, but I have not seen hardly anything on the ice bowl this year.
Somebody was posting about it. Somebody was posted about it on Facebook the other day, but I don't remember what they said. It might have just been that the registration was open or something. How did Bama Blues go this weekend? I didn't see.
I honestly didn't see much on it either. Who fished or who finished first, second, third, or whatever. I'm not real 100% sure.
That may not be. Oh, look at that! There's an announcement. There is a pontoon catfishing tournament starting in 6 minutes.
Damn it!
He did that on purpose.
He did that on
so
purpose.
I can't fish it.
Won't be done in time.
Yeah, jokes on him. We'll end the show early.
That's right.
Danny says going to be fishing the tournament in Owensboro. Danny's going to be fishing the tournament in Owensboro. Okay, awesome. Also, 2 Memphis trips, one being the MRM. Sweet.
See, that'd be something I'd like to know too. It's like if we could, if we could help to advertise like
tournament
schedules and stuff like that.
I would, we end the show every week with the bragging board, and that's how we close the show out. That's where we've reached to that point where that's just a good way to close the show. We say our goodbyes, and then we take a look at the fish that have been caught for the week. But leading into that, if you want to send me or Chad anything you got going on announcement-wise, we could take the last, we've usually beat the subject to death by 750 or so.
Yeah.
We could take and do announcements at the end of the thing, and if anybody's got tournament stuff going in person or online or otherwise, you're having a meet and greet, you're looking for people, or whatever else is going on, we could start putting those announcements out there, and
Well, I'll go ahead and put this one out there. If anybody's out in the Kerr Lake region on January 31st, so you need to be out there for registration on Friday. But the Ice Bowl 2026, it is a fun tournament for a one fish tournament to be on the waters where you have potential to catch a world record fish. That is pretty fun.
I just saw your pink vest.
Don't judge.
Let's see, there is another one that just opened up, I think. Yeah, register. Okay, evidently registration opened. Who's sending me what here? Oh, thanks, Lisa. I will look at those here in a minute. December 31st, January 1st. All right. The Alton Catfish Classic registration is open. That's the Twisted Cat Outdoors Alton Catfish Classic. That's always a big fish tournament. It is on March the 28th. March the 28th of this year. $500 entry fee looks like. So, oh, sign up now, then fish after the show. Okay.
How do you sign up now?
I don't know. I'm getting ready to go look. Play now.
Tournaments.
Tournaments next to. Well,
Look, he sees my bankroll on the game is starting to get up there, and he start looking at $50 for the entry. What do you?
oh, it says connection error.
How long do I have to until I have to be done fishing?
I don't know. I'm gonna figure that out after the show.
All right, I'm entering it. Confirm pay.
But they told me connection error when.
Oh yeah, Planet's telling me connection error. Try again.
Tournaments. Enter.
Catfish Chasers Tournament Series will be opening registrations around the 15th. $300 entry free.
Oh yeah, it won't let me enter, Clint. It's saying connection error. Nebraska Wildcats Catfish Chasers Tournament. That's what Chad just read. $300 entry. Yeah, we need to get some of the tournament guys on, some of the big tournament guys on, because I know that some of those scare people off that might otherwise fish a tournament, and they just people. It's fear of the unknown. But take away some of the mystery from it, you might get some other people fishing those that are going from there.
Maybe there's already 10 people signed up for this tournament.
Maybe, I don't know. But I think that's about beats the horse to death tonight.
That's right.
Appreciate everybody. We've had good numbers watching tonight, and I saw that the thumbs ups were really good. More so than usual.
Whoa. Yeah, Bugman, if you go to circlehookproductions.com, Clint has developed a catfishing video game. You can do that on the computer or on the phone.
Yep, I'm going to put that down in chat there. Refresh the browser. I'll make a new one. Okay. Yeah, that's yeah, Buggy. We had Clint on last week, and man, that was a fun show.
It was.
So, yep, everybody. I just had a rapid influx of messages. I'll go through them after the show. Here, we'll start doing announcements starting with next week's show. That way we have, and I'll make me a list, and then every week at the end of the show, I'll go through my list, and any announcements I have, we'll go ahead and read those off. Quiet Man Curtis, Chad is my hero.
That's a good way to end it right there.
There we go. That's enough for me. It's one of those. All right, I'm out. So,
hope everybody has a great week with the storms rolling through later in the week in the Midwest. It looks like be safe. It looks like high winds, a lot of rain. Be careful.
Yep. Be safe out there. Do that. Guys, have a great week. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Hope you accept our apology for 25 sucking. Give us a chance to make it up in 26. I think we're well on track to do so. So
let's have a great 2026.
Yep. Everybody, all of us. So we'll take a look at the bragging board, and we will see you all next Monday at 7 p.m.
Sounds good. See you guys.
Howdy folks, it's time once again to take a look at the Catfish Weekly bragging board, the weekly video series where we showcase the amazing fish caught by you, our viewers. Our good friend Brent Seidelman leads us off this week with his last 2 fish of 2025. Brent was fishing on New Year's Eve and doubled up on this pair of blue cats, weighing in at 37 and 40 pounds respectively. Heck of a way to finish off the year, buddy. Good luck in 26. Danny Stone is hitting the ground running in 26. He fished the Mississippi River on Sunday with Richard Cluck and managed 2 sturgeon and several nice blue cats, including this underweight 33-pound blue that had a severely deformed lower jaw. Way to go, Danny. Congratulations. My fishing game wasn't up to snuff in 25, so I am on a mission to change that in 26. I ventured onto the Ohio River on Sunday for the first time in over a year and managed the first few fish of the new year. Several fish were caught, but the star of the day was this 15-pound common carp that decided to snack on a shad. And closing us out this week is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Chad Fields of Fields to Water. Chad also spent a little time on the water this weekend and managed to catch his first fish of 26. Great work, buddy. Congratulations. Don't forget, guys, you too can be featured on the Catfish Weekly bragging board. To be eligible, the fish needs to have been caught within the past 14 days, and we accept pictures of any species of fish. To get yourself or a friend on the bragging board, all you need to do is email your fish photo to pics@theweekendangler.com. Send us the information shown on your screen, and we'll get it on the board for you. Thank you all for watching.